Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you, my two elder, for welcome and pray. Thank you very much. And thank you, church members, that you come very early this evening. I extend the Master's welcome and the blessings to all and each one of us. And I also would like to extend a welcome to those of you who are watching, viewing on YouTube, and also on a Facebook, whether in and PNG or outside of PNG. I would like to welcome from Gerahu Seventh-day Adventist Church. This evening I will be speaking in English and also in Tok Pidgin. So as we are going into our stewardship seminar this evening, I believe that God would inspire each one of us as we study the scripture in this stewardship message. Our topic for this evening is inclusive partnership. Okay? Inclusive partnership. Stewardship is first, as we have studied, and this week we have been repeating this statement, the relationship, and this week is our theme. Stewardship is in fact a relationship between man and God. So this evening, we will also explain and extend the message of relationship in the context of partnership. In the context of partnership. By me just explaining the Soldesla partnership, maybe some of you might try to understand the partnership in the context of our stewardship. Partnership, the way I understand partnership with God, because you have already have the intimate relationship. You have already connected your relationship. The friendship that you connected one time, Papa God Penis. Partnership is automatically comes in. But I understand partnership in this context. When I was a single man, I bought a vehicle. So I used this vehicle. Me running this vehicle. And then I got married. Time me married now. My wife come into my life. So now me and my wife, we have a vehicle now. But you must understand this. Like first when I bought that vehicle, my wife, not present. She was not present in that time. But she didn't know how much I bought that vehicle. But she come to realize that I have a vehicle, and then she claimed that the vehicle is ours. You think, Ma? The vehicle is ours. In fact, the vehicle is ours. It's not my vehicle anymore. It is our vehicle. Okay? So one time, I drove that vehicle, and I went. And all of a sudden, I got an accident. And when I got accident, Narbla karya hitim karblomia bakarabim karblomitro. So in the afternoon, I went back home and I told my wife, sorry, our vehicle, I got an accident. And vehicle blomitubla and bakarap. The vehicles, it really crashed. And my wife, she saw that vehicle, look at the vehicle, and she was very angry. How did you drive this vehicle? How you kiss him accident? Why you kiss him accident? How about you me fixing this one? She talks if she bought that vehicle. Emi talk also me buy him this vehicle, car. Emi no sabe how much me buy him this vehicle. Even Emi no stop time me buy him this vehicle. You think ma? Emi no kiss him pen, don't spend him money. Me buy him that vehicle. But when the vehicle got crashed, and then I look him, the vehicle saves long and got different, and belad na I talk, oh, how about you me? Why you make him all same? Also, one toya long and go inside on this vehicle na I talk. But then you must understand, she is already partnership. Whether I spend that money into that vehicle or I not spend him, she is also part of that vehicle. That's the explanation of partnership. Whether you are in the creation or you are not in the creation. Whether God has given you that dominion because of the relationship. And when God gives you a mandate, you are automatically partnership with God. You are part of the creation. You are part of God's plan and purpose. We cannot separate ourselves from God the Creator. When something wrong in the universe, you and I are affected. Amsterdam. When we are affected and infected, God already troubled. You think Ima? When Eve and Adam were infected and affected and deformed by sin, the whole heaven affected too. That's why Jesus came down. So, we are partnership. We are partnership. So that's my explanation. Explanation blomilo partnership. That's flat. Whether mamaya buy him car or not buy him car, got right to complain. How much thousand papa you put him? Not put him one plus something. Is tablo sample up. Where blong yet na come. Own up on this car. Mama, you talk. Yes. So Papa, don't brush her aside. She is part of your account. She is part of your vehicle. She is part of your decision making. She is part of you. That partnership. You know, sometimes we brush our wife aside when we want to make decisions. Some heavy stuff. That's not partnership. So, that's my explanation of partnership. Bible, John chapter 15 and verse 4, it says, remain in me and I will remain in you. That's partnership. That's relationship. Amsterdam. Remain in me and I remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. The classic example is the trees, or especially mango trees, avocado trees, apple trees. Unless the branch is not attached to the main stem, I'm not have carrying fruit. I'm withered, I'm dried, and fruitless. The branch must be connected. The branch must be attached. The branch must remain in the vine. And then you can see our fruit. John chapter 15 and verse 4. The word remain is a relational word. It's a relational word. Why do you need to have relationship with God? Why do you need to have relationship? Why na you like a proman? Why na you like a partnership? Why? You think him? My first introduction, first night. Fish, God spoke to the sea, and fish come to an existence. Fish and the sea are connected. You cannot disconnect fish from the sea. You cannot disconnect trees from the soil. They are connected. You cannot disconnect men from God, because we are created in the image of God. Relationship is very, very important, because our relationship is nothing to do with this world. Our relationship is nothing to do with the sea. Our relationship is nothing to do with any of this. Our relationship is very, very important and significant with God, because in God we have life. We have life. So we must not do as Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 3, it says, you must not do as they do in Egypt, because Egypt, you are not connected with the Egyptian world. Jesus, or God, is telling his people, your connection with Egypt, there's no life. Your connection in this world has no life, no meaning. So here, God and me talking, children of Israel, you must not do as they do in Egypt, where you used to live. And you must not do as they do in the land of Canaan, where I am bringing you. So you see, there's a two worlds. One is Egypt. One is the promised land, or Canaan. Now they are in the middle. The Egypt, that's where they came from. The promised land of the Canaan, that's where they are going now. You think him, two black wallet. One, the promised land, only go, yeah? Now another place, Egypt, and place where only come along. They are in between. So God is telling them, you no can walk him, one can pass in also only Egyptian he walk him. Now two no can walk him, one can pass in also Canaanites only but walk him. That's the instruction from God. By the way, what is God emphasizing in Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 3? What is God is trying to tell the children of Israel? Okay? First point. You must not do. That's very important. That's a command from God, from the Creator. You must not do. Okay. This kind of structure, we call him chiastic structure. This structure, this is the traditional way of the Hebrew. They want to find out the message in the scripture. So we're going to follow this chiastic structure. And then, you got point A, M stop. Point A, M, you must not do. And then, Tamplo again, you must not do again. Point B, Sam. As they do in Egypt. And then point B. Let me repeat him the statement. As they do in the land of Canaan. See, the land of Canaan is the place where they are anticipating to go. The Egypt is the place where they come from. And then God is trying to tell them, you must not do what they do in Egypt. Okay? And then you no can make him want him something where only but walk him alone Canaan. Point C, this is the message. Where you used to live in Egypt is the place where you used to live. Place where you stop in is. Point C again. Where I am bringing you. So you see. Point C, or the letter C, the middle, that's the point. That's the message. Where you used to live is in Egypt. Where I am bringing you, am where? Canaan. So the message here is this. God and Israel, we are partnership. We have a relationship. You and me. Forget about Egypt. Forget about the Canaanites. Now you and me. Egypt, you losing penis. Canaan, that's the place you will be going. So the point here is this. Whether in Egypt or in Canaan, you must understand that the Israelites are surrounded by evil. Okay? Whether in Egypt or in Israel, in Canaan, you are surrounded by evil. Evil is everywhere. There is temptation. There is problems. Heavy amistad. Temptation amistad. Evil amistad. Satan amistad. Everywhere you go, there's a destruction and death everywhere. So there is no place on this planet Earth is safe. That's the message. So Israelites are not saved without who? God. even in Egypt, or even a place where you are anticipating, the Canaanites, both of these places, even in the desert wilderness, you are surrounded by evil. So Israelites, without me, God, you are not safe. You are not safe. That's why in Numbers chapter 2 and verse 1 to 31, you see the arrangement of the camping arrangement, or the camping order. Naphtali, Asher, then Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Reuben, Simeon, Gad, Benjamin, Manasseh, Ephraim, surrounding the tabernacle. Tabernacle is a symbolized of or representing the presence of God. God is always in the center. Because when you remove God, there's problem everywhere. There's destruction, there's evil. You know na browse him God lo namel. Hasta when I meet all sem. Oh, get the 12 tribes you can stop on side. Lare mi stop on namel em to. That's the camping order. That's the instruction. Issachar, Gad, Manasseh, Asher. Everywhere, what direction only stop? The temple must be a center. Now you see the marching order. In Numbers chapter 10 and verse 11 to 33. The marching order. Levites, you must carry ark where the God's presence is stop. You must run first. Judah, Levites were Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. They were the descendants of Levites. So you must go past. And then Gershonites. Gershonites are a special group of people, but they are specialized in carrying the temple, the house lotu. House lotu. You know, anybody can carry house lotu. You know, anybody but dismantle him and disconnect him, the tabernacle. Only the special people, they do that. So those special people are called Gershonites. Gershonites were Reuben, Simeon, and Gad. And then Kehathites. They carry the tabernacle furniture. All the furniture, table, chair, altar, anything that is in the house lotu, all this line, they are specialists. No anybody will carry them. Only the special people, they will carry it. So, Gershonites, they are specialized in carrying and building furniture inside on house lotu. So, Gershonites and then the Levites, those people are very, very important inside on house lotu. So, God, let me give him command. And then let me talk all Sam. Okay. After the Levites, okay, the Judea, the descendants of Judea must follow. And then the descendants of Issachar must follow. And then the Zebulun must follow. Okay, in the middle, there must be a Gershonites carrying the temple or the tabernacle. And then Namelol, Reuben must be behind him. And then Simeon must be behind him. And then Gad must be behind him. And then Canaanites. Almost stop Namel. So Ephraim, Manasseh, Benjamin, Naphtali, Asa, then they followed. Did you see a pattern here? God present is up, children of Israel. And then God's present. And then children of Israel. And then God's present. And then children of Israel. God's presence must in the midst of the people as they travel to the promised land. Why? Because you must understand that without God, there's an evil. Desert. In Papua New Guinea, we don't have deserts. But we do have big jungles. Desert life is different from big jungles. Desert is very, very dangerous for you. You want to walk about long desert because there's a desert lion, desert deers, desert snakes. There's no water. In the night is very, very cold. During the day is very, very hot. Hot and winning, even pot must be lay. And but make him na, and but suck him, all kata wara in cell on body blow you. Just, you walk about, you just breathe in here. The air is very, very dry. You are breathing in the very dry air. And when you breathe, as soon as you breathe, the dry air, it just sucks up all your warana, everything that I'm stuck inside here, I'm just suck him out. Also, number you look him, also old man, wear him all tribe, blah, blah, go. And then not only that, dust. It's very, very dangerous. Therefore, God's presence, when they want to camp, God's presence must stop in the middle of the camp. When they want to, travel, God's presence must stop inside on one group of people. That's how important, my brothers and sisters, that's how important God, you put him inside your life for you. So, what were the Israelites expected to do? This is the command. You think, this is the command from God here. Moses is talking. Aaron is talking. This is the command from God. You must do this. If you don't do this, you will definitely die. So those rules and the regulations, the commandment, the laws, where God may give him, the children of Israel must do it. They must do it. So you must obey. Obey the management of life, my laws, and be careful to follow my decrees. I am the Lord your God. Leviticus chapter 8 and 18 and verse 4. My laws, and you must be careful to obey and follow my decrees. Because if you disobey, you are heading for chaos. You think him? If you disobey, you are heading for destruction. This is the order from heaven. Those people who died in the desert, those people who died in the wilderness, the children of Israel, that only go on this time, all line where he died inside on desert here. And all this line where only disobedience. Only disobeying God, that's the only people who died. Those people who follow God's instruction, only go to destiny, Lord. So Bible, let me talk. Revelation chapter 18 and verse 5. Keep management of life. Management of life. My decrees and laws. For the man who obeys them will live by them. I am the Lord. I am God. Those people who live by, those people who are obedient, those people who follow my instruction, I'm all but surviving. I'm all but survive. The book of Leviticus. Then I proceeding go from chapter 18 to 27 with the personal and cooperative laws and regulation where we are surrounded by problems. We are surrounded by problems. We are surrounded by disease. We are surrounded by evil. This place, this world is hijacked by devil Satan. So what Bible is telling us to manage our life. It's just to manage our life. And when we're talking about our life may come into 4 aspects of life. Spiritual, health, of physical, mental, spiritual, now social aspect of life. This is life. And if Seventh-day Adventist people, Seventh-day Adventist church members, the disciple of Jesus Christ, if we can manage our life, by you mean am die also all man kanaga we inos are reading Bible. By you mean am live also all man we inos are reading Bible na inos are harem talk. Family blomi play inon have come up also all man na marry or kanaga we all inos are reading na understanding Bible na inos have come lotu. But it's very, very hard, and sometimes it's very, very sad to see Seventh-day Adventist people living like people who never read the Bible. People who never read their Bible and their scripture, and also only live, also only no saben go tutu. It's very, very hard. We're supposed to live differently. Our lifestyle is supposed to be different. Our dressing is supposed to be different. Our conduct is supposed to be different. Our character is supposed to be different. Reflecting the life of Jesus Christ to others. It is because we don't manage our life. That's where stewardship comes in. Stewardship is all about managing our life, our physical life, our spiritual life. Even sometimes our spiritual life, we don't manage it. Our spiritual life, our mental life, our social life. I keep telling my children and church members and my friends and my colleagues, I keep on telling them, people always have a working problem on this place ground and online where they are unbalanced people. Unbalanced people, they create problems. When you are not spiritually good, you create problems. When you are not physical fit, you create problems. When you are socially unbalanced, you create problems. When you balance all those 4 aspects of life, nothing but happen.
So, because we are surrounded by evil, we are surrounded by destruction and temptation, we have to manage our life. We have to manage our life in Him. You think Him strong blow you non up. Strong blow me non up. Save blow me non up. You can have how many PhD, you can have how many degrees, I can have all those, knowledge and wisdom, but me no not manage Him, life blow me, if I don't have Jesus in my life. Walking with God is inclusive partnership with Him. Maybe you might say, me no kiss Him one them, Jesus. Me no look Him. I haven't seen Jesus. Where Jesus come into my life? My work and my money and my, knowledge and the wisdom that I obtain, me kiss Him on strong blow me. But we must understand that in everything that we do, God is our partner. God is our partner. Suppose you ask Him this question, that's very good. I can ask that question. But God will say, when I create this world, where were you? When I create the mountains, where were you? When I created you, your father, Adam, grandfather, grandfather, where were you that time? One time I went to the village and my grandfather told me that this land is yours. This land is yours. Can you see those mountains? Those little bush, those big flat land, that's yours. Your grandfather walked that bush, climbed that mountain, walked that valley, walk about the forest. You will see your grandfather's footstep. Leg mark lo, papa lo, you stop lo have. But God am kirab na mendo say no. Before leg mark lo, papa lo, you am go. Hand mark lo, papa lo, you am stopping this. God am before your father set a footprint, God already set His handprint. Leg mark, yeah. A man where me create him long and me put him leg mark. You understand him, this blah? God already created those trees, create those mountains, create those lofty hills, flashing waters. And we create him all this plus something. You can talk to them, yes, your grandfather set foot, but God, I already put my handprint. This is partnership. This is partnership. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 2 to 3. Fixing our eyes on Jesus. Now as we have learned and discussed, that we see that nothing here on this planet will protect you and guide you everywhere we go. Whether you go in Australia, whether you go America, whether you go around the world, there's a destruction, there's a temptation, there's a chaos, there's death everywhere. Evil is surrounded by us. Without God, we are not safe. Therefore, Bible fix our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and the perfecter of our faith. Consider Him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and loose-hearted. My friends, we must fix our eyes. We must fix our mind, our heart on Jesus Christ. Yes, everywhere you go, there's evil. Me driving car, me go outside there, there's a very high risk here. Anything could happen. My life. You walk about go and go come up to a house, anything could happen from here to your house. Death is everywhere. Evil is everywhere. Bible is saying, without God, we are not safe. With God, we are safe. 100%, totally, we are safe. We are safe. So, my question to you is, how is our relationship with our Creator? May God bless you.